So yeah, there you go. So look, this is going to be mute. It's going to go, you know, it'll be fine in a couple of weeks. It'll be fixed, but it just shouldn't be released like that. I mean, it's not a me problem, is it? It's not a you problem either. It's a their problem. Really? $70? Come on, guys. But it's all down to this amazingly model, study level 3D cockpit that allows you to really fly 737 in your own home.
Nevertheless, grave danger, I fear, in his training.
That button. Continue. Make a nice smooth look. But there, a lot of pressure here. That's a pro landing. Reverse thrust. forward, and I'll have some odd random stream during the week, and I'll see you then, folks.
Yeah, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time.
And we will certainly make some buttons with special goodbye there, folks. See what happens. The sea is climbing all over the place. The weather crashing like that. Right, those buttons. It's time for us to sign off. I think she wants a treat. Do you want a treat with the buttons? Do you want a treat? Okay, just look at me until I actually get off the stage. Excellent, folks. Pleasure as always. You too. See you next time.
And we're here. Wow, I've been busy today. I have been busy, and I'm just almost ready. You know, usually it takes a while to prepare for the old streams, you know. So I know I look a bit dark. I know a little bit dark. Lights. This, you know. Hey folks, how you doing? There we go. Now I'm ready. Greetings and salutations, everybody. I hope you're having a good week. I've had an interesting day. We'll talk about it on the cruise, and we'll have a bit of a laugh because, yeah, I'll tell you about it. It's kind of aviation related in the real world. It's 7 o'clock. I hope you're all doing well. Who have we got in the chat? We have G-Flow. Greetings, G-Flow. I hope you're well. He says, you're at my local. Watch out for Floyd Sim VR making an appearance. Wish I had the 700, have the 800 and 600. Maybe take the Hawk again. Yeah. You know, I've got to get those jets, man, so I can see them. So I'm just waiting for Microsoft to cop on and give us the actual liveries that we're supposed to be seeing. So thank you very much, Chief. Von Birmingham's with us. Greetings, Von Birmingham. Chief is saying hello. And he says hello to the producer. Now, I don't have my other cam for some reason. When Windows updates, I got to stop those updates from coming through, man, because they force it on you. And it's disabled the camera. So here you go, buttons. You can... Sorry, you can't see producer buttons. She's much better today. So we're in the great city of Belfast, folks. One of my favourite airports. One of my absolute favourite airports. Now, I have to address the elephant in the room here, right? This will be shocking to some, and I'm going to be very blunt about it on no uncertain terms. I have actually omitted in my collection, I have completely omitted to realise that I didn't have Manchester. I didn't have Manchester at all, so I got Manchester. How did I miss that one? That's shocking. So I bought Manchester. That's why I'm a little bit late, you know. So go to Manchester, folks. We've got the stairs out here on the PMDG 737. I love the scenery. I do love the scenery because, look, it's just the detail. Look at all the peeps inside. You got Starbucks up there, man, and all that stuff going down. Look at that fantastic airport in Aldergrove. Look. You know, it's absolutely stunning. Now, I'm not a little bit drunk, isn't he? He's kind of looking for trouble, to be honest with you. He's looking for trouble somehow. You know, look at him. Where's the bar? There's a lovely bar in here as well. They're going to do this for Dublin. She's kind of going, maybe he'll notice me. Where is she? Yeah, they're both walking around. Are they going to notice each other? They're both drunk. Look at her walk. They're both, or maybe they're a couple and they're just off their faces. That happens in airports all the time. It's very, you know, there's all the snacks and drink. That's W.H. Smith. And here's where they sell all the alcohol because, you know, as you know, in the airlines, alcohol is a big thing. You know, you stuff people into a small, restricted space, you know, into a toothpaste tube kind of area and let them drink as much as they want. Of course, bad things are going to happen. But this makes logic for some reason for the airlines. Anyway, there's a bar here. Is the bar in here? There's the bar. Look. They're chatting. She's nice. He doesn't look very interested. Hang on, look. He's looking away. She's kind of going, okay, I'm kind of available for you to talk. But no, he's just... I'll be chatting to her. Hey, how you doing? These two are kind of casually cool chatting. These two they're all sober in here. You know. But it's a great little airfield. I think it's great for you guys in Belfast to have the actual interior of your airport modelled like that. Look at that. And the reason I like this so much is because when you pull up to the gates, you see movement, you know, and it just brings that immersion into your flight sim. So it's one of the best sceneries, I have to say, Aldergrove in Belfast. It's absolutely stunning. It really is. Tris is with us. He's a side gripper. How are you and Button's paw? Button's paw seems a little bit better. I was going to take her collar off today, actually, but I thought, no, play it safe. So she is limping a little bit less, though. So I'll give it another 2 days. It's so accurate, says G-Flow. Yes, it is. The RAF section is too fantastic. RAF? The RAF section. RAF? RAF? It's too fantastic. So there you go. Let's open the cockpit and get started. Look at that eye candy, folks. Isn't it? Into the cockpit. Now, I'm going to be reasonably thorough this time. David White's with us. Greetings, David. I hope you're well. It's my second week now in the 737. There's a lot to this machine, much more than the Airbus, with that 1% I'm talking about to get from A to B, Which would I rather fly at this point? I like the way you can fly the 737 here. I like the way it handles. It handles, I think, although I don't fly them, it does handle a bit more better. Airbus, to land, it's just crazy. This is a little bit better, I think. Better modelled, I'm guessing. I'd be pretty right, because I have flown the real simulators. But they're not, exact either. So I got my torch on. G-Flow, there's a nice open hangar too. Oh, there is too. Okay, so let's get beginning. Let's go for the checklist. Oh yeah, we got to download a flight plan, folks. I was hoping to have that done, but it only takes a second. Right. Oh, it's opening up over here now. Great. Sim brief. Sim brief. Come on, sim brief. Now this won't take long. New flight. Yes, we are. New flight. I may as well show you what I'm doing, otherwise, it'll just be, Aldergrove, Echo Golf Alpha, into Master Echo Golf Charlie. Aircraft type is a 737. 700. Excellent. We're going to choose the economy class version. What's going on here? Economy config. Okay, great. And that's all I could do. Let's check the airports we're coming into. Reserve fuel. It doesn't change it, unfortunately, for the PMDG. I want to check the runways. Departure 25 and 320. Okay, that's fine. And let's rock and roll. Let's generate that flight, folks. I'll read the PDF. Have a quick glance. I want to write some things down as usual. Good stuff. David White says 10 minutes away. Where's the... That's right. Okay, cool. You're chatting amongst yourselves. Okay, now let's have a look at the PDF. I just want to write a few things down before we go. I'm going to go much quicker than yesterday. Yesterday, it was a bit of a cluster, Flight plan, please. Oh, it's not standard instrument departure, but we'll worry about that. Okay, Aldergrove, we're departing. Runway 25. No SID. We're going into Manchester. 23 right. Manchester. We have a start of Mike Alpha Kilo Uniform X-Ray 1 Mike. Hey, Flying Michi. Greetings to you. I hope you're well. I wonder will Robert join us to teach us some more new stuff. We'll see. Robert's our hero, folks. And Flying Michi. Have you downloaded the Antonov 225? Not yet. I need to do that actually now. That has to be done. It would be soon if I did not do that, as we all know. Okay, so the flight level I'm thinking now. 25,000 feet. Flight level 250. Now, we all know that in the real world, procedures are different for each airline, so we're doing the 1%, getting from A to B. Okay, folks, right, checklist then. Checklist, parking brake. Yeah, I couldn't set the parking brake, so feet down on my physical pedals. You ain't doing it. It's like it's not seeing my pedals fully down, which that all of a sudden after the Microsoft update is a problem. And I'm wondering if I may control where do you get control Control panel. I might be able to do the following, because you guys might have this issue as well. I know for a fact it's not actually depressing the pedals to the full length. Okay, I know that. Come on. Hardware and sound. There was a place here that devices and printers you could actually see if they've changed things in Windows 11, which bothers me. Now it's hard to find now. You know the way you can calibrate your controls in Windows? And that's now a problem. I can't find it. They've changed everything around for no reason whatsoever. Gaming, is it in there? No. We live with it. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, spark brake ain't working. That's the end of that flight. Chocks removed. GPU, let's connect the ground power unit. First of all, let's put on the battery, okay? Let's set the battery on. That's standby power, that's fine. There's the battery there, folks. We need that. We're going to request ground power in a minute, but we're going to start the APU now immediately. APU, boom, and on. We're going to go to the Microsoft Flight Simulator, I said. We're going to go to the FMC. We're going to go to Flight Sim Actions. We're going to go to Ground Services, because we do need... Ground Services, please. Ground Services. We do need ground power to request that. Takes a while, but it'll come on, and you'll see the light here. There's the ground power, and once there you go, now it's on. There we go. We're not wasting our batteries so much, you know, which is nice. So GPU is connected and active. Throttle levers set to idle. Let's just do that because they ain't on my physical one. I'm sorry I can't see the camera today, folks. Engine masters are both off. Of course they are. Why does it say the masters? Engine masters. I suppose they are the engine masters. Batteries are on, yeah. Generator switches on. Well, let's put those two on for the APUs. External power is on. ADRS, let's set the navigation. Boom, and to nav. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Fuel, panel displays, brightness set. Okay, let's get some lightage in here. Would it be nice to get some lightage? I forgot that the other day, but it was so bright anyway. You know? Where is the light for the dome light? There we go. See, I'm beginning now to know where to put my eyes. Panel displays, a brightness set. Okay, fine. That's all good. Let's do this here. Just to get a little bit of atmosphere, a little bit of lighting inside for the old eye candy goodness. That looks a bit better there. All the lights under here now. Nav lights on. Really? Do you put those on the ground? Really? I was using the Airbus checklist there. This one is a 737 checklist. Isn't that bizarre? But it worked up. It did. Oh, it's for the same guy. Fly UK, okay. Now we got the 737 checklist. Parker brake set, battery, yeah. Standby power, yeah. Center left fuel pumps, yeah. Let's get the fuel pumps on. Where are the fuel pumps? Let me get to you guys on as well. APU start. APU, see there, it's all the same. APU generator, wait for the APU to start, which it is. I'll put the APU generator on, which I kind of did there earlier on, but there we go. Now that's clicked in. I was a bit too early. I saw my little note here to say wait. Thank you from Rapid Times. Position light steady. Now, you see, that's where they're on steady. Logo light is required. Put it on. Cabin lights is required. Emergency exits lights guarded and closed. That's them there. Guarded and closed. That'll switch it on. Passenger signs on. Safety belt signs on. There we go. Packs, auto. Packs here, we'll go to auto. And iris mode selectors off and nav. Okay, they're on nav. FMC. Now we can go to the get our flight plan sorted out, folks. So, enter iris position. So, there was a little bit different here yesterday. I'm just going to go my flow, okay? Let us go to an IRAF. No, go back into FMC, thank you. Pause in it. Last position. copy and paste. There we go. Onto route. What we can do is, that was Robert saying, Robert Times was saying this, thank you Robert. So instead of getting that big list, we can actually put it in here. Look at this, if I go to flight plan request here, it's got 11 of them. So I've got to look down, which one is it? Previous ones, right? So if I go back, thank you to Robert Times. If I go back here, back, I'm going to return here. So I don't want the 11. What you can do is you just push in the origin, Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. Echo Golf Alpha Alpha. Oh, itchy. Oh dear. That's our origin. And if you go to our destination, which is Manchester, which is Echo Golf Charlie. I put that in there. Then I go to request flight plan. It only selects that one, and that's the only one there. Right. So I can select that and upload the flight plan. So it's just a bit quicker. Well, that's yesterday. Thank you to Robert Times, who is the hero of the channel. Flying Mitchie's with us. He says, have you downloaded... No, I said that already. I have to get the Antonov. Who else is with it? David White's here. G-Flow. There's a Royal Air Force Base there. Yeah, G-Flow says there's a nice open hangar too. This is in Aldergrove here. 10 minutes from Razu, Poland, from Dublin. David White says. I can't pronounce that place. Rostov. G-Flow says, did I get the PMDG, the latest updates? Actually, no. I have to update a lot of stuff now. I think it's been a few days. I haven't done that yet. He says, I had an update for both the 6 and the 800, G-Flow says. Oh, great. G-Flow, I'm more than happy for you to help out once we leave, because we're kind of learning here, aren't we? WeSim's here. Safe flight. Love the KLM livery. Thank you, WeSim. Simon Irish, where is Aldergrove in Ireland? It's up the north. G-Flow, Belfast, Northern Ireland. Yeah, thank you, G-Flow. What one way are you heading to, Gripper Sim Flying Meet? We're going to, hopefully it's in the description. Let me check. Echo Golf Charlie, Manchester, which I never had. Could you believe that I didn't put Manchester in there? Okay, so load that uplink. Jeez, I really missed out there. Let's load up the flight plan, folks. Right. Route click uploading. It takes a while. Activate. Execute. Great. Okay. Perfinish. We got all our weights now. Boom. Reserves. You got to put something into reserves. You'll have problems. They won't activate VNAV. Cost index. We put our Ryanair 3 in there. Flight level is 250, 25,000 feet. Boom. Transition is actually in Aldergrove is, let me tell you here, in Navigraph. CC Aldergrove transition. Oh no, one of these. It's 5,000 feet. There it is, 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet. Once I get used to this, I'm going to add on to what I know. Do you get me? So I'm building the skeleton, and I'm going to add to it as we go. So that's everything there. Plant, fuel, cruise, wind. We got to download the winds, N1 limit. Now, it's not going to give us our V-speeds yet, right? Because we haven't selected an airfield. And CFG's in there. The trim is 599. And 599 is set. There we go. Now, let's go to our arrival departure. I'm going to depart from runway 25 in Aldergrove. Enter. Oh, we've no sits. Alright, let's see how this works then, shall we? Back to arrival departure. And we're going to arrive into runway 23 right. You have an ILS for 23 right? Please tell me you have an ILS for 23 right. ILS for 23 right, thank God. And we're going to use MAC. I can't pronounce it. MAC, I'm looking for. MAC. MAC. Now I'm confused. Oh, MAK uniform 1 mic. There it is. Sorry, excuse me. Brain fart. Cruise altitude change to 27,000 feet. Okay, fine. Change to 27,000 feet. Okay, so let's change that to 27,000 feet. Let's just make sure we got our 27,000 feet up here, just so I don't forget. I can do that here. So I presume I put in there it needs 27,000 feet for whatever reason. That's the 1% is knowing what to putting it in, but the rest of the 99 is why, isn't it? Do you know? All this stuff you gotta learn, man. Okay, so where was it? Okay, that's fine. Route, that's all fine. Takeoff. Now we can put in our V speeds because we have. There we go. That's actually so fine. 22.3, fine, and that's all good. So that's everything. So let's check our route though, shall we? Let's go to legs. Maybe some discontinuities there. So I'm going to go to plan mode. Plan mode. We're going to go to 40 miles out and step the shit out of it. Step, 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 step. There's going to be discontinuity. Now. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit and see what we got. Okay, great. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to simply connect the two dots. That's going to go from here to here, but that's a sharp turn. So let's see here. Let's go to the next page. Copy that there. Go back and paste it in here with the discontinuity is, and that's going to give us the following. Step, 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 step. Okay, what I'm thinking here is it's not going to make that turn. Now, in the Airbus, now you'll be vectored into Manchester. That's how it works. You'll never do this in the real world. I've confirmed that. So they may not make that turn. So I'm going to have to learn, maybe we'll add another waypoint. We'll learn how to make a waypoint and put it maybe here. So we go from here to here and a nice gentle turn in, or even here and come in that way, because it may not make that turn and we're very close. That might be even 10 miles. By the time the turn is done, you're like 7 miles out. So that's what we'll have to worry about that on the way. So that's the FMC done. I'm delighted that all went very smoothly. Back to 10 miles and back to map mode. Great, transponder set. No, we don't. ILS max speed. Yes, so I'm going to keep my flow here. I'm not going to look at the comps just for a second. Right. Legs. Where am I going here with this now? I want V speeds. So they were in index. Let's go to performance. N1 limit. Takeoff. So our takeoff safety speed is 141 knots. Right? So you put that in here. 141. Can I do it from here? There we go. Can I add a few knots for the wife and kids? 145. No, it says 141. Okay, I know. If it's windy, you got to change it. Okay, good. Heading, we'll worry about that when we get to the runway. Initial altitude. Yeah, now. Initial altitude, that's important. Initial altitude set. I've done that. That's set. 27,000 feet. Yaw damper on. Always elude me, yaw damper. You always elude me. There it is. Boom. Window heat. Let's put on some window heat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And window heat. Flight altitude. Now this is actually the This is actually the cabin pressure. Right. 27,000 feet, please. And we're taking off at Aldergrove. I can see it here. Our altitude here is runway's the airport's 257. So we put in 250. Can you put in 50s? Yes, you can. That's that done. Great. Otherwise, you're going to have big problems, aren't you? David White's here. Just arrived at the gate. Great. The Super Gamer's here as well. Greetings, Super Gamer. Happy days. G-Flow is saying, I'm afraid I'm going to be trying to hold a course behind you to Manchester. So may not be much help on the chat. That's okay, G-Flow. You can have us another time. Haven't checked the patch notes either, but I imagine I'll squash any of those bugs since update 12. I know I've had problems with that as well. We've all had problems. The updates that make more problems. That's Windows for you. Window heat's on, flight altitude set, landing altitude well, that's on the way back. Flight director zone. They've tiny little switches for the flight director. So what's that all about? Is that an afterthought? You know, it's got a stuck in there, little tiny switches, kind of important there, no? LDAV and VLAV now should come on. Okay, that's a problem we'll have to work through. Well, maybe auto throttle has to be armed to work. No, we'll worry about that later on. That's going to be a problem. Enjoy. Watch me squirm. Minimums reference. That's when we get in. I'm not worried about minimums, altimeter reference in the way in, but we want to make sure we're in hectopascals, not inches of mercury like in America. Auto brakes, reject to takeoff. Do you really put that so early? Reject to takeoff. Remembering to myself not to be putting RTO when we're coming back in. Altimeter ref, auto brake, comms, radios, doors. Okay, we'll rip the comms and radios on the way out. We're not talking on the radio. Engine start checklist. Okay, so auto throttle is on, which I've just done. Fuel pumps are on. They're all good. Electric hydraulic fuel pumps. Boom. Boom. Why is this giving out? Propete. Okay, we'll worry about that later. Anti-collision light. We want to set that. We don't want any peeps. We don't want any peeps getting chopped up. Park and brake can't work with that ground equipment removed. Let's get rid of all the ground equipment now. First of all, let's double check the APU is running, and I do have the generators running here. So now I can disconnect the ground power. Oh, it's available. I didn't connect it in the first place. So let's get rid of all the stuff in the ground. So menu, flights and actions, ground services, release ground power. I didn't connect it in the end. Okay, got the APU, and get rid of the chocks. And that hopefully will get rid of the gate here as well. Why won't that go away? Oh, it's going away. No, it's just kind of disconnected a bit. Oh no, it's going away now. Look at that. Where does it go? Oh, wrong side. Oh, kind of vanishes into nowhere. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, folks? Ground pick, gone. Engine area clear. And let's get pushback, folks. A little bit of a problem there with the electrics. That will happen in a second. We won't have any issues there once we start the engines, I'm thinking. Okay, that's all fine, I think. Who knows? Pushback! Give me a pushback. I've got to go to the tower. Go to the tower. Pushback. Ground services. Aldergrove ground. Press pushback. There you go. Brakes are off because I can't put them on anyway. What a bummer. It just happened after the update. Oh, there's an update for PMDG, you said. Great. Okay, that's fine. I'm delighted. Now, which way do we want our aircraft? We want our nose to the right, so the tail to the left. Tail to my left. I don't know if that's how they do it. The tail is to be my left. Now, the camera's reversed, but you know what I mean. Blind Michi says, I think runway 25 right is bugged from memory. It won't allow a proper approach and just makes you fly over the airport. In Manchester, really? Well, we'll go around and we'll have more of an adventure there. I want nose to the left. Will this work? Yes. Yes. I love Aldergrove Airport. You know, I really do enjoy it. I do enjoy it immensely. Let's get this out of here. I do enjoy it. It's a nice looking, just that detail, what they've done. There we go. Oh, this is one thing I haven't done, which is a sin. Which is a sin. We'll make something of it though. Oh God. Bear with one. I have a plan. Now I know it's as we be pushed back, we'll be starting the engines, but do you know? yeah, here's the thing. Let me show you this. It's just for shits and giggles, right? We got some parked traffic for Microsoft Flight Simulator, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the real world traffic. Oh, big bing 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 there. Oh, Von Beardingham. Thank you so much. Von Beardingham has become a member, folks, on YouTube. Von Beardingham, thank you so much. That all goes towards, do you know, the likes of being able to get Manchester and all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much, Von Beardingham, for supporting the channel. Happy days. First Lieutenant, no less. Thank you so much. That is stunning. Stunning, thank you so much. What was I going to show you now? I've lost my thread. If you want to get me in landing, you do that. And I've lost my train of thought. I forgot to put the flaps down, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to kick off the traffic injection. We'll watch it load, okay? So let's watch it. Oh, it's an update. Look, that's updated as well. Everything's updated after update 12. Okay, so I'm going to say, watch all the traffic populate here, right? I forgot to do that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hang on, I pressed the wrong button. Here we go. Now, watch all the traffic appear. Look, it's all going to appear. Boom, 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 boom. That's real world traffic. And I neglected to load that. That's just... we'll see all the traffic in Manchester in here. So it's just nice to have that in the sim. There we go. Reset cam. Lots of EasyJet going on here. So where was I? Okay, so we've done the pushback and we haven't started our engines yet. Let's read the checklist, not screw it up until we know. Secondary display unit, engine, which is... No, yeah, I like that. Engine N2. I want to see the N2 spinning there, right? So, let us start the left engine first. Boom. Wait. APU bleed. Now. Did I miss that in the checklist? No, I had to put it in myself. Just to check the APU bleed. It doesn't seem to be in this particular checklist I have. So thankfully, there's APU bleed. We can switch our packs off, I believe. So, packs off. APU bleed in the middle one. We need that. Now we can start the engines. Do you know? Left engine first. To grind. And let's have a look. There it goes. There it goes. There's N2. Go on, spin up there. There we go. I can hear it in my left ear here. When it goes up to 20, I think that's when you add the fuel. You know? There we go. And let's add some fuel for number 1. Now we'll get some spinning action here in N1. Outer fan, inner fan. Inner fan, outer fan. The sounds are exactly... Listen. It's not loud enough though. Can you hear? That's exactly what it sounds like when you're a passenger sitting on that very seat. Oddly enough, I'm looking forward to my next flight. I haven't been in a 737 or any airplane for a long time now. It's well overdue. And what I want to do is actually fly the flight, right? But I know where I'm sitting before I leave, and actually choose my seat, and I know exactly what to see and approach, just for shits and giggles. And it's just it'd be like, wow, you know. It's exactly like Flight Simulator, which is a bizarre thing to do, but it is, you know, interesting. Right engine now. Boom, boom, right. It's gonna kick off for the right engine, and 2 spooling up now, waiting for 20%. Again, Von Beardingham, you're a star. A star. A clap for Von Beardingham, for the love of God. Yes, folks, she supported the channel. Happy days. Even Buttons is delighted, to be honest with you. Buttons is absolutely delighted. If I added the fuel, that would help. Do you know? There we go. And can we hear the engine? Very nice. Oh, just check out the beacon light here, folks. Oh, no, that's on. Anti-collision's off. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what that was. I hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button, folks. How did I miss that? I switched it on, but I switched the wrong switch. Because the mouse kind of gets in the way. I probably went here. Oh yeah, that's anti-collision. It was the wrong button. It's not tactile, you see. You gotta remember, isn't it? Wing lights, we switch them on for shits and giggles. Logos on, strobe is on, steady, good stuff. Do you have the sound pack installed, David White says, for PMDG? Is there a sound pack? Where do I get this? No, David, don't, never mind. No, this is important. Sound pack? Speak. Tell me of the sound pack. I have heard of it, but is it not part of PMDG? Where's the sound pack? Educate us, David. Don't retract anything, David! David White. Sound... Where... What? Is there a sound pack for it? Is there... sound... I'm going to look that up now, folks. There may be sound pack. Sound pack for PMDG 737. Sound pack mod. Is that... That would be great. Where do we get sound pack PMDG simulations? I think something that exists. Okay, let's have a look, see folks, because this is the kind of stuff. Let me know. Look, we looked it up in the cruise, will we? I know not, G-Flow, I know not of sound pack myself. It's paid. I'll pay for it. It's for the subscribers, folks. Flying Midgie's given us a link to it, right? So I'm going to click on that. Where are you? Ooh, okay, that's something for the cruise. Flying Midgie, thank you very much on Twitter for giving us the link there. I'll put it in the YouTube there, and we'll have a look at that in the cruise, right? Because that would be really cool. I need every little detail that makes it better for you guys to watch. All those tiny little details add up to something really cool, you know? So now, where was I? We started the engines. Ignition goes to both. We're going to be taking off, so we leave it on ground, no? Or do we switch it off? Let's follow the checklist, shall we? Okay, packs are off. Engine start switch. Engine. Okay, before taxi. Generators 1 and 2 on. We need generators powered from the engine. 1 and 2. We don't need the APU generators anymore. And we don't need the APU anymore. So the APU comes off. Generator 1, generator 2. I made a little boo-boo there. That's okay. Anything else? Pitot heat. Don't worry about that in the checklist. Okay, generators 1 or 2. Probe heat. Put that on. Probe heat is on. Wing anti-ice, we don't worry about that yet. Wing engine anti-ice, don't worry. Packs auto. Packs back to auto. We don't need APU bleed on either. Isolation valve auto. APU bleed off. APU off. I've done that. Engine start switches to continuous. Ah, of course. I knew it was something. Because for taking off, they should be in continuous takeoff and landing. As far as I'm aware. Engine start switch is great. Flaps is required because we've got hydraulics. And we're going to go to flaps 5. Here we go. Elevator trim set for takeoff. We did that. It's 599, almost 6, so that's fine. Flight controls full and free and correct. Now they're moving. That's good. I have this one, as you can see. It's very clever the way you've done it. It's in the way of switches and stuff there, and your view. So if I'm looking here, well, let me leave it there. I just like the way it rather than getting rid of it totally, it just puts it lower. Very clever PMDG. He's a very clever guy. The guy who made this. Now I see here, I can't see the FMC, so that's why he's done that. So I'll leave that there. There we go. Flight controls. Now, just another little note for myself. In the real world. Systems. So I hit the systems up here and the MFD. Right. And you can see here, elevator, full deflection, center. It doesn't move that quick, does it? Elevator all the way down. Can't move that quick. No way. Someone look and see. Okay. I don't know, I just got into my head that it'll move a bit slower. Stats spoiler's good, all the way and back to neutral, and all the way down, back to neutral. So as you can see here, we're checking the spoilers as well. See? Or, see that? Move the camera. Because plainly you can't see them. You can't see them from inside the cockpit, can you? Do you know? So let's get the cam ready here for our departure, and we're going to go now. We're going to start taxiing. Don't forget you can join us in the North European server anytime you want. Fly along with us, folks. Okay, so that's flight controls, elevator trim, recall. That's the 800 only. It doesn't like something here. What could that be? That is probably, flaps are good. I can't do it about the park and brake. Oh, rejected takeoff is on. Maybe it's on off here, I don't know. Flight conditioned. Doesn't like something. There's something it doesn't like here, and it's on the tip of my tongue. Yaw damper. Is the yaw damper? I thought I put the yaw damper on, and let's just double check. No, it's not. There you go. There we go. So there's a little problem solved. Lower display unit off. Alright, fair enough. Switch it off then. Oh no, 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 it's up here. Is it? How do I switch that off? I've forgotten. There we go. Back to normal mode. Alright, great. Taxi lights on. We're going to start taxiing. We need our taxi lights on. That's the APU gripper sim. That's not what I wanted to do. Taxi lights on when we turn off lights on. Let's taxi, folks, and we'll do the rest as we taxi. So this has gone well so far. Parking brakes off, and let's add some power and get out of here. Adding some power. And when we're taxiing, get that music going, shall we? Get that music going. There we go. A little bit of light music there. What volume is that? If that's too loud, is that 10, right? If that music is too loud for you, let me know. Happy days.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this mostly uncomfortable and exhausting flight. We will be taking off shortly. We ask that you fasten your seatbelts and stow your loud babies in the overhead soundproof lockers. Those of you with large, oversized, ugly babies can stow them under your feet. We also ask that your seat and table ties are in their upright position for takeoff. Please ensure all personal electronic devices, including laptops, cell phones, and powered sexual implements are powered off.
Into which one I prefer now at this stage. The Airbus or the 737? Now, I've been doing the 737 for a week and a bit now.
Levels are high for these of you who are feeling unruly.
I'll have to make a little bit longer before I can make a decision because
intoxication and dehydration on arrival. Those of you who are mentally compromised will also be offered alcohol, but smoking e-cigarettes is mostly definitely prohibited. This will make sense to us for some reason. Thank you for choosing Gripper Sim for your flight, and we hope you enjoy this journey with us.
So, I'm not too sure which one I prefer. Is it, you see, that's what happens when you're kind of not looking out. Which one do I prefer? The Airbus or the 737? I'm in two minds about it now. See, the more you know about an aircraft, the more interesting it gets and the more you like it. There's one of the boys at the end. Let's tag up. There's Flying Mage is with us. He's flying the Airbus. And that's traffic behind him. Let's go and say hello to who's flying with us. We've got Flying Mage. He's behind us. We've got Von Beardingham is in the flying the Vertigo. Very nice choice from Birmingham. We got Floyd Sim flying the Hawk and Redcap as well with us today. And Limp Rocketeer as well, patiently waiting in the Airbus A320 as well. And that's flying Mitch again. Happy days. We got a few with us today, folks, which is great. Checks. Generations 1 and 2 on. I've done that. Pro Pete on. That's on. No, hang on. Before takeoff, check this. I should be at. Parker brake. No. Fuel flow. Yeah. Oh, fuel flow. I'm going to do a fuel flow thing, folks. No, that's the lights. Where's that fuel flow? Yeah. Reset and back to rate. Center fuel pumps are on already. I put them on. De-ice is required. We don't need to worry about that yet. Q&H B982. I should have done that ages ago. Cabin lights is required. Fine. Engine instruments check. Engine. Okay. Engine. Instruments takeoff date. I've got the V speeds in. I've got our feet to safety takeoff speed. Nav equipment's all good. Landing lights. Let's put the landing lights on early here because we can't do two things at once. Strobe light on. Strobe light is on. Taxi lights off. When we turn off lights off. TFC and clock. TFC and clock. Oh yeah, we need. I'll just come to a halt here. Just come down to a crawl here, folks. You can't do both. You can't do both at the same time, and I know it. Give it to me. TRA, that's good. Come on, decluttering. There's no one there. No, is there? Ooh, there's someone there. Is he coming or going? He's gone. No, there. Okay, let's go. I'm looking out for shits and giggles only. I know it's a flight sim. Do you know? That's all. Stuff's good. Come on, let's go. I love the weather, the atmosphere. I don't like it. Aldergrove could be one of my most favourite runways. All the bottles on. That's all good. So LNAV isn't coming on today for some reason. That's something I haven't done. A little bit of grass showing up here. I didn't quite get the centre line there with that turn, did I? That's update 12 for you, folks. That never happened before. Okay. Auto throttle is disarmed. Oh no, please. No, it won't do it. We'll troubleshoot it as we go. Okay, let's hit the toga button and see if that works. Go on, Rogue. Come on, toga. No, nothing's happening. Oh, it is. Thank God. Toga's gone. Something I didn't do for LNAV Robot Times will kill me. Forward on the control column there a little bit. 50 knots. 80 knots now. It's going to be V1 and rotate very quickly. That's V1 and rotate. You know, come on, back you go. Don't go crazy. Positive rate. Gear up. I'm going to fly it manually now for a minute. Flaps up to 1. Let's keep accelerating. And let's stick the autopilot on. VNAV hasn't. What has? The autopilot there. Let's have a look outside. Get on the ground. Very nice. There are the boys behind. Aldergrove, what a lovely airport. A friend of mine worked there for a while and he loved it. Aldergrove's a great place. You know, he thought it was really cool. There we go. We've got Limp Rocketeer taking off Redcap, someone else as well, and someone else, of course, doesn't show everyone's tags, does it? Let's hop in here and just make sure we're not losing the plot now. Go flaps up now. Flaps coming up. There we go. Let's declutter. Happy days. And it made the turn. I'm surprised it made the turn there. It kind of did. We are climbing. 5,000 feet is our next little job, except for after takeoff checklist. So, flaps are up. Gear is in the off position. You want the landing lights to stay on, runway turn off lights off, taxi lights off. When do you put it back to off? I don't know at what altitude. I'm sure there's procedures, but let's put it to off mode now for the engines. Good. And that's it. Let's have a look. Has it got the after takeoff checklist here? Before takeoff? After takeoff checklist. Okay, positive rate of climb. Well, yeah, and gear up. Yeah, that's happened. Auto brake. I knew there was something. Off. There we go. Engine start switches are switched to off, which I did. Gear levers in the off position. Runway turn off lights are off, and cabin lights are required. I turned off the runway turn off lights off. Too early, I think. And we're away, folks. Everything's fine and dandy so far. So we're getting there. We're getting there with the skeleton, folks. Now I can have a look at the comments. Good evening, Sonia. Oh, I remember now. Your name stood for something. It's an Irish name. Sonach 17. I take my face off in shame for a few minutes. Sonach. Shaming me. I'm gonna get my drink here. On Twitch. Sonach. Damn it, you told me. It'll come to me. David White, also original colour strobe and steady lights. That was answering a question there. I wish PMDG had high quality textures and more orange original lights. Oh. Okay. Now that we're on our way, I've got to be on the ball here because it's not a long flight. To FMC restore. Okay, great. If I go into proc here, I've got 170 miles to go. We're going up to 27,000 feet, so in that case, 27 multiplied by 3 is about 80, no? 81 or something. So at 81 nautical miles, we've got to start descending. So we've got 90 miles to go. It's going to be a quick one, folks. It's going to be a quick flight. So I've got to keep 80 miles, right? Or descent, but it's going to tell us, and that's fine. So let's zoom out a bit here. There we go. We've got top of climb here. That's when we get to our altitude. And the banana here is where we're going to reach it. Top of descent. So there's not a long cruise here at all. You know? So I got to get ready now. I'm going to get ready now, right, for our approach. And then we can have a look at that sound pack. Because that's all to do with the quality of the show, isn't it? Yeah. Sounder once, sounder twice, sounder thrice. That's what happens when you pop outside the airplane to look around at the eye candy. Yeah. So the next job is actually the transition altitude. I think I said it. Then I was talking about something else. See how distracting the old chatting can be in the cockpit, folks? So, let's get ready for that. Synoc said, I just got the PMDG 737, this is on Twitch now. Eeyore. There 2 days ago. She's very thick girl compared to the 737-800. They did a great job, he says, and really feel the weight. Okay. Oh, do you know what? There's not much of a difference though. Damn it, it's doing my head in. How do I pronounce your name again? Synoc 17. Help me out here. I'm sorry, I just have to be honest. I have to be honest with you. I can't remember. It's doing my head in. Synoc. Offline Michi now, you've made it worse. Son Watch. Ooh. I know you get it all the time, and I know it drives you mad. This is Chinook. Okay, Chinook. Chinook. Like a Chinook helicopter. Chinook. Thank you, Chinook. Thank you very much, Chinook. I appreciate it. I know it drives you demented. I know it drives you demented. For that evening, folks, it's going to be a nighttime approach. We might change the day a little bit back later on. We want the golden hour, you know. So. Oh shit! I didn't know the weather. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I don't know what that is. I don't know the weather. I don't want to do whatever that was. Unavailable 250 knots at Wallasey. Is that Wallasey? Wow, I don't know what it is. Maybe. Sorry, not menu. Go to index. Go to performance. Approach. Ah, here we go. Right, so approach. For 30 degrees of flaps, boom. Copy. Want to paste. So we're going to use 30 degrees and our speed's going to be 140. Right. So I'm going to write that down if you don't mind on my little pad here. So approach. We want 30 flaps. And our safety speed is 140 knots. 30 flaps. Okay. Very good. So somewhere you put the Q and H in here. Your approach. It's not like the Airbus at all, folks. I'm getting really confused here. Approach. Put the Q and H in somewhere. Why can't it be in the approach base? That's the 1000 feet to go. Don't tell me it has the ILS in here as well. Really? Let me check that Navigráf here. Come on, Navigráf. We're going to Manchester. We're going to runway 23. 23 right. We tried 23 right. I know you said there might be bugging it. Let's 23 right, please. The frequency is 109.5. 109.5, yeah. And 232. Oh, interesting. So it is in the computer. So I'm going to put in 232 here for the course. Good stuff. We're passing. We're at 27,000 feet now. Joyous news. 232. And the radio. We want 109.5. 109. No, 109.5. So we're going to check this again. 109.5. Put it in the active box. That's once. No, it's not doing him either, isn't it? No. Completely away. For him as well. 109.5, 109.5, 109.5 in and 232. 232. 232. Not 323. Not 322. Or 232. 232. Done. Excellent. Minimums. We're using the barrow here. Our minimums coming in to Manchester is 449 feet. Here. 200 feet above the surface. So it's 249 feet. In that case, the runway. There we go. Let's double check there. 449. That's going to call it minimums at 449. You'll see down here. That's where it goes. Twisty, twisty, twisty. Twisty, twisty, twisty. 449 twist. I'm using the mouse wheel here, you know. And it takes a while. You know. 449. 6, 7, 8, 9. There you go. That's in. That's done. Okay, great. And that's all settled. Now, also, now that we've reached our cruise, we can also put in, which is very important, approach to the ILS is 3,500 feet. 3,500 feet. So, I'll look at the graph. 3,500 feet. It descends automatically. The Airbus doesn't do that. Maybe it does, and I don't know. I don't know, folks. 3,005. Done. Okay, that's everything I can think of now. There's a chopper descent coming up already. It's a quick flight, isn't it? Let's get the camera back on. My apologies. Face cam. Sorry, I don't have the OCam today. Just won't. Windows updates every time. I gotta stop it from updating Windows because it just screws things up no end. It's telling me, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna make any big changes. I'm gonna go with what I have for now. If it breaks, we'll just go around and see what happens. We learn something new maybe when they go around. Let's have a look at the comments. Let's have a look at the comments. Look at this fluffy cloud, folks. It's like Sean. This is Shinnok's name. So every time Shinnok's saying, every time you see a word beginning with S in Irish, pronounce it as SH. So S in the Irish language is sh, right? So it's like Sean, Siobhan, Sean, Siobhan, etc. Except in rare cases when the vowel after the S is a broad vowel, A, O, and U, such as the word shower. Cool. I can see Manchester already, says Flying Luigi. Unsolicited Gaelic classes gripper will murder me. I know, it's a tough one. I was not your. I know you're. I won't be your favourite person because I learned too early. I learned too early that first of all, Peg, the book Peg. That was the end for me with Irish. Sorry. And also I learned that I got a fright because you know you're doing your leaving cert. And you're kind of going, okay, leaving cert's coming up in a year or two, so what do I need to pass it? I just want to pass it. And there was rumours going around that if you don't pass Irish, you're out. You're out, right? You fail your leaving. It doesn't matter if you get A's and everything else. If you failed Irish, you're out. You're marked for life. But luckily it was only about 5 or 10 years before I got to do my leaving cert that they stopped that. They stopped that, right? And what happened to people is that when all this shit happened and all that stuff way back with the old, or people who were, you know, doing bad things to each other and whatnot. Anyway, that they said now, because the Irish language was way back, I'm talking about 16, 17, 1800s and so on, that they you couldn't speak Irish and you have to learn English or we'll chop your head off and all that kind of crack, right? They said you have to speak Irish now or you're no good. And that infuriated me because De Valera couldn't really speak Irish. He knew a few words and he was the one who implemented it. So in other words, if you couldn't speak Irish, you're now marked for life because you failed your leaving cert. At the time it was very important to pass your leaving cert or you're not going to get a job anywhere or any university in any short way, shape or form. So that angered me, so I just sat back in the class and said, fuck you. And I didn't like learning languages as well. And I was, you know, we got a caution here, folks. We got a caution. So yeah, I wasn't the best, and it wasn't very fashionable at the time. But you see, when you get older, you know. But there you go, the history of the world, folks. And it's not just in this country either. It's terrible what they do to people. So that's why I was sitting at the back of the classroom. You'll never be an Irishman, he used to tell me. The Irish teacher. Oh God, yeah, you're nothing. If you can't speak Irish, you're nothing, he said. Oh, fuck you. It's very brutal. We're descending, folks, already. I'm beginning to panic a little bit. But it's quite cool now to speak Irish. It's quite cool, I think, because you can kind of, you know, well, is it? It's not fair to be speaking a foreign language in front of people. I don't speak it. I think that's very rude. But you know, it's quite cool. I'm just terrible at languages. It's not made for art. Creative. I was creative. They didn't like that at school either. Let me tell you. No to art. That's true. You know, wasn't very encouraged at all. In fact, quite the opposite. But there you go. So we're on profile. Look, we're on pro. What the sound there? Worries me when it does that. I'm just gonna skip the song. I like the ambient music. I like the ambience. 244 knots. We're on profile. Look there. We're just a little bit low. 40 by 40 feet. Big deal. Everything's good until we start turning for the ILS. Let's see how that goes. No. Oh, Ian Bevington's back. He says, not been able to watch for ages, but I have made a point of liking regardless. Thank you, Ian. I know, look, don't worry about it. We all come and go from Flight Sim. I used to do it all the time. Now that I stream, it's more of a regular thing with me. You know? Because you got to keep it going, because all of a sudden I got members and stuff, and I was going, no, I can't just drop this now. Because, you know, you come and go from Flight Sim. You might be 6 months out of it. And then you go, oh, I'll get back into this again now. And, you know, it's become a hobby now. Not just the Flight Sim, but the streaming as well. It's become a hobby, if you know what I mean. I think that's the best way to do it. That's you. I think that's the best way to do it. It's a bit of a hobby. Some days I'm kind of going, oh, God, I've got to, you know, I have a busy day. But now that I'm sitting in my chair, because I was very busy today doing other stuff, it's quite relaxing now. Do you know? Look at that. Just that view is just bizarre. I can't get over it still. 20,000 feet now. Okay, let's do the checklist. Cruise set, preparation, engine instruments, monitor, fuel quantity check. Yeah, that's fine. It is a sim after all. But one day I'll run out of fuel, and I'm kind of lax with the fuel. I understand. We've got 10 here. 10 tons. That's more than enough. I understand I kind of lax with the fuel, but one day I'll run out and see if we can land. You know, I'd be pressing. Thought about this already. Airport. And I go, okay, where do I go? What's big enough? You know? Why can't is there a way to show airports that you can actually get into? See, this is the stuff you need to know. Well, that's all very good. There's airports there, but are they the airports you could actually make with the length of the runway, etc., etc.? God, I'm gonna be frightened. It's drunk. So, you know, it's going to be a bit of a panic station. Weather not great at Manchester. Excellent, I love that. Hey, Buttons, are you alright? Buttons hurt her paw. I'm just keeping my eye on her, which is getting better. I just heard a sound there. I didn't know what it was. Localizer frequency is set. Shit, you can't see this. These buttons, please. These buttons is coming, folks. Can you see her there? The camera, the other camera isn't working. She's grabbing my arm, and it's very cute. Hello, Buttons. Okay, Buttons, I have to subdue Buttons. Buttons, would you like a treat? Is that why you're here? Okay, let's get your treat. Let's get your treat, little Buttons. Come on, happy little dog, come on. I have to now leave the cockpit, which is traditional in Ryanair. I'm only joking. I gotta leave the cockpit for 18 seconds, folks. Probably less. Because she's not gonna stop. She will not stop until she gets a treat. And this causes a disaster. Come on, Buttons, get your treat. Come on. I'm way behind now the airplane, I can guarantee you that much. This is going to be a go around probably. I can feel it. Okay, I'm looking up the weather here from Manchester. Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. This is the real world weather. Oh, it's VA4. Okay, that's fine. QNH is. It's very important. 991. So I did this yesterday. Hopefully this won't screw up my flight. I'm going to go from standard and put 991 in here. And then go back to standard. Is that unwise? Yes, it is. I fucked things up a little bit because of my French. So how do you change it to prepare? You know, I don't want to change and then, you know. You do it here? I don't know. Anyway, 991. I'll read out the weather here for you. Manchester issued to 22nd, which is today at 1950 Zulu. The weather's auto-generated. The wind is 190 at 7 knots. Varying from 110 degrees to 230 degrees. Visibility is 10k or more. Light showers of rain. Broken 3,300 feet. Overcast 4,100 feet. CB's up to the top. The CB's about. Alright. Cumulonimbus. Temperature 10, dew point 6, QNH 991. Temporarily showers of rain. So it's going to be a mixed bag. We might get visibility, we may not, depending on the showers. But we don't care about visibility because I enjoy not having any visibility and doing the ILS, you know, with nothing. Do you know? I'm going to change the time of day just a little bit so we arrive in the golden hour. If you don't mind, don't worry, it'll come back. I want to arrive in the golden hour. I see the coast already. Yeah, panic time. Checklist. De-ice. Let's see the temperature here. Where's the temperature in this one? Tots minus 12. Okay, we'll put on some icing here just to some lights there, folks. I'm looking for the icing. See, I don't know where to put my eyes yet. That's the important thing, isn't it? To know where everything is. Here. Probes on. There we go. Wing anti-ice, engine anti-ice on. Good. What's that light for down here? Let's read that red light there. Don't like the look of that. Control 7 for overhead. Off schedule descent. Control space for your normal view. Oh, I don't know what that means. 13,000 feet now. Transition is 5,000 feet. Next job, 10,000 feet. Let's read the checklist. Sent de-ice. Okay, we did that. Landing light check. Okay, we want to also check the landing light.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be making our approach shortly. We ask that you take your drinks to your seat and fasten your safety belt. We'll be offering more drinks shortly. Also, we would like to take this time to thank you, all of our subscribers and members, for supporting our endeavors. If you are not a subscriber on Twitter or member on YouTube, please consider joining in order to secure our adventures far into the future.
There's a recall here, but I don't know where it's not great. There is a master caution. I don't know what that's for though. That's something to do with the pressurization, which I have no clue about yet. It's not liking it. It's not happy. It's just not happy. Do you know? That's another learning thing. Radio altitude bar minimum. I've done that. So we got our minimums down here, 449 feet. Here it is there. We're on standard. That doesn't come off to QNH until we get to 5,000 feet, which is transition altitude. Auto brake as required. We put that on 1, 2, 3. We put it on 2. Altimeter. That's the transition altitude. So the rest then is the transition altitude, which is 5,000 feet. So we're all good for the moment until that evil turn, which is coming up. And I have a feeling what will happen is, you can't quite see it there. It's quite a sharp turn there. Look, it's way over 90 degrees. So I haven't had time to learn how to put a new waypoint in. So what we'll do is, right, seeing as the flight simulator, obviously, I'm gonna, when it disconnects, Okay, the autopilot. If it disconnects, I'm going to try and save it. Right? I'm going to ignore all the legal stuff. You know. Fly Michi says, whoa, heavy turbulence. Sorry, I mean Buttons knocks your flaps. Did she? Buttons knocked your flaps. Oh, Buttons was jumping on the flaps. I get you. Are the flaps set where they should be? As in up? Yeah, I just double checked that. Jeez, with the flaps up there. They were down a bit. Producer Buttons jumped on, did you see that? She jumped on the controller then. She jumped on the Xbox controller then and put the flaps down, Flying Michi. See how difficult it is to have a puppy dog in the cockpit? You know? Not wise. I know that. What are you going to do? You know what? It's interesting, isn't it? You think about it. What if the guy beside you just puts one flaps down? I wouldn't have known. That's why this light was lighting up, I bet you. No, it's still on. Still on. That's 10,000 feet. So, lights are on. Good, good. That's all. We've done that already. I was a little bit early with the lights. It's getting dark and ominous now, folks. There's a little bit of rain as well. Passengers are kind of looking out the window going, oh, look at that. Look at that view, folks. Next stop's 5,000 feet. Trucker Franglass, greetings to you. I'm landing on runway 23 right. I was notified there might be a bug there. We'll see. 48 knot crosswind. Fly Michi says. Couldn't be. 48 knot crosswind. What the what? Let's double check the weather then, shall we? Oh, not in final though. You mean up here? Yeah, up here. Yeah. You're gonna have a. But the wind is strong up there. It's very strong up there. But down the ground, it's a lot weaker. So you would get quite. It's still quite high for 8,000 feet, 46 knots. We're still on profile. So Manchester Airport and the real live weather is giving the wind as 090 at 7 knots. You know? Yeah, it's strong up here. We've got a tailwind now as well coming in. But we're good. We're on profile. Everything's fine. So we don't want to go above. We don't want to go too high. So I think. Can I change the thing there? Okay, I'm just going to go what the computer gives us with regards to speed for the moment. Okay. I think there was business going on with level change I was doing there yesterday. I got a bit confused with that. We'll just keep doing what it's doing here, right? And I forgot. Let's have a look at this. How much time we got? We've got 3,000 feet to go. I didn't mention the sound pack. So this here looks like the sound pack is telling me about. So what do you think this guy? So you got it? Download. Sim Plaza. Flight Sim PMDG 77-800 sound pack. I don't know that website. I don't know who these guys are. So that turns me off straight away. Is it going to give me grief and hassle? What happens when I press this download? Is it safe and all that kind of crap? That's this for. See, these websites do my head in because you don't know what you're downloading. I could be thinking. You see, I could be thinking I'm downloading the sound pack now, right? And I go, oh great, I'll download it, and you click here, download, and that's for something else. Do you know? But yeah, I'm interested in the sound pack. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you know? Let me know. Fly Michi is at 3,000 feet and it's a 48 knot crosswind. Aldergrove Star Gravy, greetings to you. We're all good. We're all good. We're coming into Manchester, which is I can't believe I didn't have it. Jesus. Okay, it's just gonna hit the fan now. I'm gonna have to start getting quiet. See that turn coming up here? Look. That's gonna be a problem, folks. LS, is it identified? We're 14.3 miles as the crow flies. India Mike is back. India November should be the identifier for the DME for the ILS. Sorry, 109.5 for 23 right on Naviggraph. 109.5. 109.5, and the identifier is giving me an incorrect identifier. It's giving me, where were you? It's gone now, it's changed. Indian November, what's that? Oh, there we go. Sorry. Indian November. I thought it said M. It's a bit blurry from here. Indian November. Close my mic there for a second. 232. Yeah, I don't know why that's in blue or in yellow. I don't know why that's in yellow and it's striked out. I don't know. Reference 30 flaps, 40 knots. Okay, we're 10.5 miles as the crow flies. So, oh god. We're in the soup, folks. Seriously. Like, really in the soup. Okay, this is going to be one of those flights then. 5,000 feet now. Switching to Q&H, which was... That's the standard there. Get off, standard. 901. Big difference. From standard, double check the Q&H there again on my app here. I'm going to hit the B button to make sure it's the same as Microsoft Flight Sim. Hit the B button there. Yeah, 901 is the hectopascals. Right, so that's the Q&H. Worried about the turn. 8.7 miles out now. I'm hoping to get... I didn't put the rings in. To do it now. I just want to do it again for Alt L for the torch. X. /5 and /10. Okay, that was pretty quick. So we got the rings in. Let's zoom in a little bit more. No point looking outside now, folks. Alt L, get rid of that light. This is going to be interesting. So I'm going to put the flaps 1 down early. It's 217 knots, I don't like that. Flaps 1 are coming down. And taking control of the speed here. I think I hit level change here. Yes, I do. We want the speed to come down to 200 knots. 200 knots. 201, 200. There we go, got 200 knots now. Flaps 1. We're 9.4 miles away. It's going to come out a little bit more, I know that. I just want to get ahead of the aircraft a little bit. So we got flaps 1. Making our approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be landing shortly. Please ensure your seat and tables is in the upright position and your safety belt is secured. Our cabin attendants will be around shortly to prop up intoxicated passengers. If your baby is screaming during the approach, please ensure they are stored in the soundproof overhead locker. On behalf of Gripper Team and Production Buttons, we would like to thank you for taking a massive risk during this mostly dangerous flight. Thank you.
Okay, folks. Eyes in. Got 200 knots. We've got flaps 1. Next is 5 miles. Flaps 15 gear down, and then flaps 30. Flaps 30, just to remind myself. Oh Jesus, I need approach mode. Plonker. Approach mode now armed. Is it too late? Is it too late? Yes. Autopilot off. Autopilot off, folks. We're manual. I'm going back on it now. Less is more with the controls.
2500.
Lights are on. Train the shit out of that aircraft, Gripperson. Get down. Get down. Come on, get down. Flight director isn't giving me proper indications for the descent. Flight 4 miles to go. Flaps 15. Gear down. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's a little too bright on the display, folks. Oh, way with your brightness. Okay. Ah! Get on it. Stop that. Don't go half scale. There we go. Why is it going 190 knots? Jesus. Fucked it up again, folks. I know what I did wrong there. I know what I did wrong. I'm going to raise the nose a little bit, hold it level, not lose all the speed. I know what I did. I didn't put the speeds in. That's really distracting. I'm thinking Airbus, you see. Brakes off now. Don't need those anymore. Gears down. Flaps 30 now. That's going to cause a big balloon. Come on, slow down. Why is the auto throttle not slowing down? I've selected my speed 141. There you go. It's good. We're good. Disastrous approach, but we didn't go half scale, I don't think. There we go. Aircraft's doing what I wanted to do. I just used to doing the manual stuff, folks. There we go. We are on it. We're on it. We're home. I forgot the recorder. Flappy D will kill me. Recorder is recording. Ah! So you look away, you're screwed. But don't freak out. Don't freak out. I can't see the runway yet. Oh, I see the lights. We're still on. We didn't go half scale, I don't think. Almost. Okay, go on visual. No, that's no point. That's actually okay. A bit up and downy. I don't care, I'm too low. I know it's saying too low. Minimum's continue landing. Oh, good. The camera really screwed me up there, folks. It did. The camera screwed me up.
30, 20, 10.
Ryanair landing. Oos! Push forward and stick. Jamming on the brakes. Oh, we'll take the second exit then. 60 knots. Burst is off. Don't need the brakes now. I have to say, some things I noticed in there. I know I made a mistake. I didn't change my speed with regards to the references I had decided on, right? So that's why I was going too fast. A bit of practice is required. God, it's dark down here, folks. It's dark. The other thing I noticed, I'm going to come here and halt and just clean up. I can't see a thing here. Where's the lights? They're on. Can't see a thing. It's all too bright in here, right? And I find that fascinating. I find that really distracting in the way down. Do you remember I changed... I was trying to change the lights here and approach. It was really annoying. So I got the right one, but I didn't have time to feck around it. See, there you go. That's remarkable, right? I found that remarkable because it is a simulator. It's a game. It's not a game, it's a simulator. They were too bright for me, folks. That is interesting. Now, I know in the real world it just go flick. But that was doing my head in. Because I couldn't see outside. It's all bright in here. So... you know, with all the night vision stuff you got to do, night flying, right? They wouldn't have this bright in the real cockpit because it destroys your night vision entirely. And it did, in a way. Do you know? It just, this one here as well. You know, God, that was right in my face. And doing my head. How do I turn the brightness here? Let me see you. Oh, you hold it down, do you? This one, yeah, you know. This guy here in the middle. Which one is it? See, that's the thing of Boeing. These little switches should be right beside each lit up thing. I know ergonomics is a big science, but just thinking about it now, I'm not. Anyway, caught up to talk about that really, am I? But it should be just one here for this, one here for this, one here for this, which there it is here, one here for this, you know, all these, and the FMC. So what have I got to, you got to go look for this button here. Press, it's here, is it bright? Oh no, it's in the Airbus, I'm thinking. So yeah, that was a remarkable thing. It was just too bright altogether, which is remarkable. And say when you're in VR, it's going to be true too, isn't it? Okay, let's clean up. Fascinating, just these things you notice, you know. Flaps coming up now. We put them back down for approach. There's other things I know I'm realising I forgot. And wow, it's dark. I can't see a thing. I'm going to turn the brightness up. There's up. There we go. There we go. Wow. Interesting though. We're going to have a look at the replay. I barely got the replay out in time. Parking brake. Blah, blah, blah. Screen the aircraft. IRS and mode selectors off. No. Parking. Brakes. How hot are the brakes? Let's have a look because I really jammed on the brakes there. Let's see if the brakes are too hot for a turnaround. We're not doing a turnaround today, but just for a learning system. Brake temperature. 4.3 what? 4.3 what though? Quantity pressure. Maybe they haven't integrated it yet with the brakes like they have in the Airbus. 4.3 what degrees? You know? These are really jammed on the brakes though. Okay, fine. Ground contact established. Ground operations, yeah, fine. Passenger signs off. Oh. APU bleed. Well, oh, look, this is going to do my thing to do with the Airbus. We want the APU on anyway for turnaround, right? We want that on. With landing lights come off. When we turn on, flights are on and the taxi light is on. APU's kicking off. What else do we need to do? We need to take the flaps up, fine, and the brakes here off, and I'll remember the rest. Let's go to a gate. We'll have a look around Manchester. Let's add some power now, folks. Fly Michi saying, what's he saying? I'm at 3,000 feet, he's on approach. Weather looking tasty and foggy. I like that. I do like it when it's like this. And he says, that was tasty. Thank you very much. Limp Rocketeer, 2-3 right workforce. Unable to go around, says Oisk. It looks like you have the dome light on. I did switch it on, but it doesn't look on to me. There it is, yeah, dome light's on. But it wasn't the dome light as such, it was these here. Now, you see, you can't see the TV I have, and I have to recommend it, okay? If you're not using monitors and you want a bigger screen, I got a 48-inch LG C2, which is made for gaming, and high refresh rates, okay? Television companies are now beginning to cop on, folks. And I have to say, it's a really good television. It's like bizarrely good for a computer, right? Because I had an old kind of 43-inch TV that was really old, but the lights in this, it's got the OLED, all that kind of fancy stuff. But if the sun shines in my face, it really shines in my face with the LG C2. And even those lights as I was coming down, it's like, that's really distracting. You know? Who's that coming in here? Is that one of our boys? Flagging up. No, it's not. It's traffic. But I did find that amazing distracting. So if you're, you know, thinking of your next thing, which is what I did, and it took, you just put 50 quid aside into a tin and forget about it, right? The LG C2. And you might have to do that for years. It's worth it. Just put 50 quid, forget about it. Just, don't count it ever. That's how you save cash. You put 50 quid into a tin, don't count it. If you count it, you're tempted. You put it somewhere and it works. Well, it depends, you know. It works. It works for me anyway. Speed brake 2-knot arm. What was that doing there? Yeah. Wow. I would not like to fly one of these. I'd get better. It's only a week. It's amazing the stuff you can see, all the problems with this aircraft you can have. And any aircraft, I suppose, but these complicated ones. Stuff. Anyway. Welcome to Manchester. We're going to have a look at the airfield now. Cloud formation, says Von Birmingham. We're awesome on that approach. Thanks for the flight, guys. Yeah, Von Hart, it's absolutely stunning. Let's, do my baby wheels work here on this with the little tiny things? Let's select. Get into ATC here. We're going to park and then we're going to do the replay, okay? Manchester ground services. Let's go to ground here and get parking. Request taxi to gates. With the big city ones. I want the subtle taxi ribbon, which I thought I installed. I did, but obviously something went wrong. So at least I know. It just takes over the whole suit. It looks ugly. It's too obvious. I don't want people to know that I have it. You see. You know? So we're good for now. Let's park up. And you see how it's cleared up now? It's just cleared up. And that's what the wheel weather does. It was a shower, and now it's cleared up. The shower's gone. Which is stunning. Do you know? Manchester's looking great here as I'm coming in. It's very detailed. You know? This is what you want, folks. And this is an older one, it won't have the people walking around. There's the Radisson Hotel there. Do you know? There's a Radisson. Straight ahead is time to go so far. Up to the right, I think I can see it down there. Yeah, to the right. But I'm very impressed. I am taxing very fast, aren't I? Where's my parking spot, folks? There it is. We've got a parking spot, folks. Now, I just remember things when you think of logic. Right? The strobe light should be off. Anti-collision light should stay on. I'll leave that off. So the strobe light should be off. That's one thing I forgot. I knew there's something niggling at me. It's going to blind everybody. Taxiway lights come off. I would imagine you're going to switch them off at some point because it's going to blind people coming to the gate, no? So I just switched them off for now. Just confirm where we're going. There. This is interesting. Coming to the gate here. Gate number 25, folks. Do we have a marshaller? No. No marshaller. Lots of machinery hanging around with nobody on it. I like this. This is just being this gates and all the detail, the scenery. It's a very well detailed scenery. Manchester. It's the only one. It's the only one that's actually available. And the gate's coming automatically. Wow, Manchester. Who did you? It's the only one you can buy. Well done. Just does it automatically. Of course, I can't put the brake on for some reason. Here comes the gate, folks. Oisk says... Oh, sorry. Let me go back to G-Flow. G-Flow says, great flight. Enjoyed the mad approach. I'm in the Hawk. Seems to be a recurring theme when I join these flights. Terrible weather. I love that weather. Now, I know I'm just earning the 737. The mistakes are going to be made left, right and centre. But you see, you learn by your mistakes. And I only get to practice whilst I'm streaming. I don't get to practice any other time, so I'm going to make every mistake you can think of. That's fine. You know, Oysten says, I have a 48 LG OLED 2. They're fantastic. I can't use anything else now. Yeah, Oysk, I mean, it just... it was, you see, you can't see what I see, because it's 4K as well, the TV, and an LG C2, look it up, and put 50 quid away for a couple of months, or a year. And then you go, and then you say, oh yeah, that whole, I wonder what's in there. And you check maybe, don't check it, just every 6 months check it. But don't go, you know, and then all of a sudden you've got a lot in there, you know. But the lights were, all the cockpit lights were too bright, and because it was so dark. And I was just going, that's really annoying me. Because it, you know, flight sim works, you can't see quite as well if there's brightness in here. You know the way you look at the sun and you can't see inside, but you can see outside. They've done a great job on this. And that, the reason I'm so amazed at it is it simulates to a degree, your night vision, because if you're doing night flying, you've got to, you can't have torches in your face or anything because it takes your eyes a while to adjust. Think about it. Be in the kitchen with all the lights on, right? And then go outside in a clear night and look up. You won't see a thing. You won't see any stars. You can stay there for 5 to 7 minutes until you start to see the stars. They eventually appear. That's your night vision kicking in. And it kind of simulated that. And I was going, wow. I'd say a real air pilot would go, well, that's night vision. You know, you can't have all these lights bright when you're coming in to land. And that's something I thought of until now. It's bizarre. Okay, let's do the replay. Let's do the replay time, folks. Zoop. Let's go outside first here and just get the... There we go. And I'm going to put the flaps back down to 30. So, because that's what we had. I've got to hop to the cockpit for that to happen, do I? Bear with me. No. Let's reactivate that. Oh, flaps are coming down. It won't record the flaps exactly. So I'm going to stop the recording. And I'm going to go to the replay. Go crazy in there for a second. Let's pause it there. Now it's not going to show us the weather we had. It doesn't record the weather either. But at least we'll see. It won't record the weather we had, which is a bummer. Let's declutter now. Wait for the flaps to come down. Let's have a look outside. Let's just do this here. Look at the cockpit there. That's how short I was. So I had... Wow. We couldn't see any of this in that shower, could we? Nothing. So I was busy trying to get this feckin' recorder started in the other window. But that's when I did. That's how short I was. How short? I was 1.2 miles out. Is that 1.2 nautical miles? Fair enough. 1.2 nautical miles. So we're at 146 knots there. I got the speed organised, it looks like. So let's do the can I do the replay? I'm just going to do the replay in the inside and see it records the speeds and stuff, right? So here we go. Resuming replay.
Line slow.
Did I go half scale there? I did at the end because it's gonna.
Sink. Don't sink.
It didn't sink. See, it goes berserk.
Too low. Terrain.
It goes a little bit berserk. It goes a little bit all over the shop because I was trying to... Not very good.
Terrain. Too low. Terrain.
Very pitchy there, look.
Too low. Terrain.
I didn't hear that all the way in. I'll have to look at the recording. It does go berserk.
Too low. Terrain.
So, that was okay. It goes up and down a bit. Okay, so let's pause the replay.
Too low. Terrain.
Oh, it's gone crazy altogether.
Terrain.
Let's go back to the beginning here. Let's go outside. Doesn't record the internals very well at all. In the slightest. So here we go. Let's get that typical view with the 3 wheels in view. And resume replay. There we go. Oh, that was a big pitch up. That was me. That was all me. As I said, don't get down and pull the nose up. Don't fight the passengers. That's what my eyes there. Let's do this view here. It was very pitchy. So there's a lot going on between me fiddling with the bloody streaming situation. Let's see what the volume's like anyway. Manchester, folks. There we go. Reverse off. Let's have a look at the side view, shall we? Nope. Let's have a look at the side view then. Let's pause the replay and go back to the beginning there and resume replay. So what mistakes did I make? Yeah, I know what mistakes I made. I was distracted too much. I'll watch it in the replay with the stream situation going on. You know? That's a bit of a bothersome. So I think I'll have to be, how do I say, a lot of streamers do this, so they do this on YouTube and Twitch. They just go quiet, and that's a sterile cockpit, you know. Activated the camera at the last minute, didn't help, because the minute I looked away, I was off the glide slope. Here we come. Oh, there's a little bit of a lag there for some reason. That's okay, I think. 360 feet per minute. I think I'd rather have G-force there than feet per minute. So if you think it takes 360 feet per minute to drop, it's not so hard. There we go, folks. And of course, let's not forget the passenger view. Let's not forget the passenger view. Let's have the passenger view on the right side. Let's go here. On the right side of the packs. And resume replay. There we go. There's that pitch up that I did. That was when I finished fiddling with the camera. I pitched the nose up quickly. I just can't get over that. So, yeah. And whatever the way you come over the road and there's traffic on it. There for a little bit. Just the replay. There we go. There we go. There goes the reverse and the spoilers on. There you go, folks. That is 2 hours. Mistakes were made, but we get there like we did with the Airbus. You know, like we did. And I hope you're all having a good week, folks. I'll be back on tomorrow on the 77 again. I'm going to do a 77 for a while just so I get used to it. And thanks all for watching, folks. I appreciate it. And thank you to Von Birmingham. Thank you so much for becoming a member again. You're right. Thank you so much. It's joyous to have you on board. Thank you, Flying Michi, as well, for your help there and your assistance. Chinook? I'll call you Chinook. It's cool. Like the Chinook helicopter. Thank you very much, Chinook, for your comments. Happy days. David White, Tucker Finglas, Aldergrove Gravy, Oisk, G-Flow, Fod Birmingham, as I said. David White, Ian Bevington, G-Flow. I'm going to probably start pronouncing people's names again. Redcap, the Super Gamer, David White. Should look there as well. David White, Tritz 4. Have I forgotten anyone? I probably have. And G-Flow. Thank you all for watching, folks, and the rest of you, most certainly. And I'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Irish UK time, local, in another part of Europe. And hopefully we'll learn something new and get a better flight out of it. So, folks, thanks a million for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock. Ciao, ciao.